Happy Friday, folks. Yes, 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 yes. It's here at last. It's been a long week coming this week as Friday. I hope you were all having a lovely day. I hope you were all enjoying the summit. We've been with you now. Oh, look, I've gone all little. We've been with you now all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and all day today, bringing you a whole host of different workshops to help you get back to loving life outside of lockdown. So we've got even more in store for you tomorrow. The final 4 will take place tomorrow. So this morning we have had the lovely Katie Angelidi, our resident makeup expert, doing a workshop all around eye shape and then how to apply the right kind of makeup that suits your eyes. You've got me now. I'm on the lunchtime slot today. I'm going to be talking to you all about my zone of genius, the topic that I am so passionate about, and that is the art of assertiveness, and sharing with you my guilt-free formula for saying no. And then later on today at 2 o'clock, we've got our resident hormonal balance expert, Marianne Killick. She'll be doing a session on how to know what your period is telling you about your health and well-being. Very intriguing indeed. I'm sure you'll get lots out of that one. And then tonight I will be premiering a pre-recorded broadcast. Tonight we have got a pelvic floor workshop called Fix Your Fanny. So that will be airing at 7 o'clock. So another fabulous, fabulous lineup for you all today. But yes, this lunchtime, we are talking all about the art of assertiveness, and I'm going to be sharing with you the guilt-free formula for saying no, something that so many women I get to speak to, that I work with, really, really struggle. Yes, with being assertive, but definitely saying no. Good afternoon, Anisha. How are you, my lovely? I can see a few more people are on, so please do say hello. Chat to me in the comments. You can ask questions as we go along. It would be lovely to have a little bit of conversation with you too. So yes, do say hello. If you've not met me before, if you are new to all things Ladies Life Lounge and you've only recently joined the Facebook group, then I'm Jodie Salt. I am one half co-founder of Ladies Life Lounge with Roxy, who you might have seen yesterday. But independently, I am also an assertiveness coach for women. Hey Kate, how are you doing too? Nice to see you. So on with the show, I guess, because obviously we've got a very busy Friday. I've got my puppy at doggy daycare. She needs collecting at 1:45. Then she's going for a groom, so wash and blow dry. You know, the dogs and the kids just have a better social life than me these days. But I'm looking forward to getting my pajamas on and maybe having a glass of wine on the sofa later. How about you? Be lovely to know what you're up to this weekend as well. Anyway, let's get this show underway. Let's start talking about the art of assertiveness. And I'm going to begin really by giving you some clarity on what it actually means, because loads of people misunderstand this and have a really wonky view, a really wonky perception of what assertiveness is. So this should give some clarity on the whole subject. So number one, assertiveness is about being able to stand up for your own or others' rights in a calm and positive way. So notice, not just about you, it's also about being able to stand up for other people's rights and being able to do so in a calm and positive way. That's really important. You know, if you go batshit crazy and you're like a bull in a china shop, you're a bit bolshy, a bit too direct. That's not being assertive. That's not being assertive. It's also somebody who behaves confidently and is not frightened to say what they want. Now that's an interesting one. Okay. Hey Emma. Hi love. Nice to see you too. Because we'd all love to feel confident, wouldn't we? You know, sadly, we don't have a switch on our back, but we can just flick confidence on whenever we feel like it. Nor can you buy some in Morrison's, Asda, Sainsbury's, I don't know, maybe you shop in Waitrose. You can't buy it in the supermarket or off Amazon. Sadly, even Amazon can't deliver you some assertiveness, some confidence. So, you know, it's a tricky one. Confidence is a state. Okay, it's a state that we are able to be in as a result of feeling really capable, and skilled at the thing we want to do. So to behave confidently and not be frightened about what you want to say, you require the skill of assertiveness. Okay, so when you've learned to be assertive, then you can behave confidently and not be frightened to say what you want. It's also about being positive or confident in a persistent way. So I've talked a little bit about confidence there. 2 words in this one I want to pick up on. Positive, that's not being happy, clappy, positive, polly pants, and just, sometimes when you're told to be positive and you're like, it's not that I'm being negative, I'm being realistic. Positive is about having an abundance mentality rather than a scarcity one. It's not about being all happy, clappy, jolly pants. It's about looking for opportunity. It's about having a can-do attitude about things. So positive, confident, and in a persistent way. Here's what happens with most women that I speak to. They try and have a conversation about something. They try and be assertive, and they get met with a bit of resistance. And I say to them, well, what did you do then? Well, nothing. I tried and it didn't work. Part of being assertive is having tenacity, grit, so persevering is massively important when it comes to assertiveness. It means not throwing the towel in and not giving up at the first hurdle. Somebody who is assertive is also someone who states their needs and opinions clearly so that other people take notice. So there's something about the delivery here, okay? It's about not suffering from a condition that I call waffleitis, all right? Hands up if you've got waffleitis. I'd like to know about that in the chat. Even if you're watching on replay, let me know if you suffer from waffleitis. It's the ability to communicate really succinctly and with clarity, not mumbling, not talking too fast, having pitch, pace, volume that is all appropriate for the situation. Part 1 is that. The other bit is so that people take notice. All right, so there's a degree of influence to assertiveness. So as well as being skilled at being assertive, it also requires you to be skilled to a degree in influencing. So being able to influence people in different ways. And that's a workshop for another day. One that I've got, but it is a workshop for another day. And then finally, it is a skill and it can be learned. So no excuses. Please don't sit there thinking, oh, well, I just wasn't born that way. It's just not in my nature to be assertive. Absolute crap. Yeah. I can't see who you are, but you've got waffleitis. Let StreamYard know who you are. Just click that link below and then I can tell, oh, it's Kate. Oh, no, Kate's got waffleitis as well. That's not the same person. Yeah, quite a lot of people have waffleitis. Don't worry about it. We can sort it. It is fixable. Okay, so that gives us a bit more clarity when I'm talking about assertiveness, what it is that I mean. But why bother, right? This is important because assertiveness is one of those things, right? It's what we call a soft skill, isn't it? And a lot of times people don't see the value in investing in themselves from a soft skill perspective. If it was a course that's going to tell you how to make more money, or even in something like as interviewing techniques, to land yourself the next big job or promotion, they feel a bit more tangible, yeah? Whereas this feels a little bit softer, but there are some very, very big benefits to being assertive. You can see them here. I'll read through a few of them. Number 1, it allows you to get what you want. I am sick to the back teeth of having, of meeting women who aren't getting what they want. They never have done. They've lived a life not getting what they want. It absolutely gives you power to say no. It's amazing how liberating it is to say no once you've learned how to become more assertive. Touched on it earlier, it gives you more influence, therefore it enhances your credibility in work or business. Absolutely stops people dead from taking the piss out of you, which I'm sure a few of you might fancy that. It is liberating. It gives you an absolute sense of control. And I know there's a whole bunch of control freaks out there watching this. It will massively improve your relationships. It'll open the floodgates to your happiness. It will make you more confident. It'll reduce how much you worry. So if you're one of those worrying type people, being more assertive will stop you from worrying because you won't give a monkeys so much about what people think. It will definitely earn you respect, and it will enable you to make more money in your career and business. So how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. 12 reasons to bother investing in yourself to become more assertive. So absolute no-brainer as far as I am concerned. So this all starts with mindset, right? I'm sure you know this. I'm sure you've heard lots of people talk about how important mindset is. It's like, you know, the fundamental foundation, the base, the core upon which to build any new behavioral or skills development. Okay, so I find it extremely useful to get these 10 statements, which are called the Assertive Bill of Rights, firmly embedded in your mindset. So these are a bit like affirmations almost. And I'm going to read them out to really like land the power of each of them. You know, so number 1, I have the right to have and express opinions, views and ideas which may or may not be different from other people's. And so do you. I have the right to have these opinions, views and ideas listened to and respected, not necessarily agreed with or put on a pedestal, but accepted as being valid for me. And so do you. I have the right to have needs and wants that might be different from other people's. And so do you. I have the right to ask, not demand, that others respond to my needs and wants. And so do you. I have the right, this is a corker, I have the right to refuse a request without feeling guilty. And so do you. I have the right to have feelings and to express them assertively if I so choose. And so do you. I also have the right to be human, which means I can be wrong sometimes. And so do you. I have the right to decide not to assert myself, so to choose not to raise a particular issue, and so do you. I have the right to be true to my own self. This might be the same as or different from what others would like me to be, and that includes choosing friends, interests, all those kind of things, and so do you. And then finally, I have the right to have others respect my rights, and so do you. So 10 really powerful statements that actually, if you can maneuver yourself into a position where you believe in all 10 of those statements, you are absolutely set up for success to nail it when it comes to being assertive. All right, good. Any of those particularly stick out for you? If they do, I would love to know about them. You can just put the number if you want to in the chat. Just let me know which of the Assertive Bill of Rights resonates with you most, or feels really new or a bit different, or might be a bit of a struggle for you to accept. I'd love to know that. Okay, right. So I touched on the notion of mindset there. So there's some beliefs in the Assertive Bill of Rights that are important to kind of get down as a foundation. What I want to talk to you now about is 3 specific mindsets then that set you up for success. The mindset of presence, the mindset of accountability, and the mindset of courage. So we're going to start off by looking at the mindset of presence. Now, presence isn't just about physically being there. It's also not about just putting that down, okay? Presence is deeper than that. And you know, right, you know when somebody walks into a room that has real presence because they just command attention, don't they? They make everybody's heads turn. You want to listen to them. You're hanging off their every word. So part of being assertive is about having a strong presence about you. And here's a really easy way to do it. Otherwise, it sounds a little bit too pink and fluffy and a little bit a little bit woo-woo in that sense. It is quite a spiritual thing, but actually you can tap into this quite tangibly. It stems from a lady called Patsy Rodenberg, who wrote a book on presence. She was an actor / actress. Don't know if you say actress anymore. Anyway, she was a theatre coach. So she worked with lots and lots of famous actors to help them with their presence on stage, or in a film. So she worked with Tom Cruise to reduce his presence. He wanted to be able to walk down the street without being noticed. She also worked with Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs because he needed the intensity of his presence for that role, to do that whole piece, don't ask me to do that again. Anyway, she describes presence as an energy, okay? It's measured in energy. So if we imagine this line of energy, now sometimes we can have too little energy, sometimes we can have too much energy, okay? And it's about finding the sweet spot. There's not just one sweet spot though, there's a sweet spot for each specific scenario, situation, meeting, interaction with another human being. Each has their own specific sweet spot for presence. Generally, it's somewhere in that middle bracket, but there's no precise place for it. So too little energy is when we're quite introverted. So we're introverted with our energy. We're almost consumed in our own heads, might be lacking confidence, full of self-doubt. We're not in a good place. However, at the other end is very extroverted energy. And that is kind of, a bit over the top, a bit in your face, kind of invades people's personal space. Nobody else can get a word in edgeways, that kind of stuff, right? So you've met those two people. You might be one of those types of people yourself sometimes, but we all know somebody who's quite introverted. You can tell they're like, not that confident, full of self-doubt. And then you can tell the other ones that are like, it's the me, me, me show. However, there are 6 elements of physiology that we can use to really help us to connect with the other person in terms of energy. I want you to think of it a bit like an electrical current, yeah? That when you really connect with somebody, the electricity, the energy, if you think of it as electricity, can flow between the two of you and it all works beautifully. So the first one is body, your body language. So that is about, personal space. So don't be invading somebody's personal space, but equally, don't be all hunched over and cowering into a corner, protecting yourself with books and laptops. Have eye contact with people. It's about having relaxed, open body language. The second one is breathing, right? Now, sometimes if we're all a bit introverted and like not got a lot of energy, we're all a bit kind of like huffy, puffy, breathing really slow. So you can tell I'm a bit boring. It's not got a lot of energy about it. It isn't engaging. Therefore, it's not going to have a lot of influence. It's difficult to be assertive. You can tell when you're being a bit down like this. And if your body's all kind of slumped and slouching, and you're breathing really kind of heavy, it's all a bit crap, isn't it? Whereas at the other end of the scale, it can all get a bit too much because you're breathing really shallow up here in your chest. So it can get a bit breathy and you're talking really, really fast. And because your breathing is so quickly, it just makes your speech go even quicker. Right, so the fast breathing. So it affects your voice. So body, breathing, voice all go together to build a picture of how present we are. All right, so we're looking for presence that has got open, relaxed body language, breathing with the diaphragm, nice deep breaths, which allows us to speak clearly, articulate ourselves well, good volume, good pitch, good pace, all of that stuff. The other 3, though, that you can see on the bottom half are a bit more intangible. These are mind, heart, and spirit. So our mind is all about whose agenda are we on, okay? So when we're down the bottom end in too little, we're on our own agenda, but in an introverted way. But up at the other end, we're on our own agenda in an extroverted way. So we're really just trying to get what we want. So our mind is about making sure that we are doing the right thing. Okay, so checking in, am I doing the right thing here? Heart is about how much we care. So at the bottom end, we could just be like, you know, in self-preservation mode. Up the top, it can be, you know, it's the me, me, me show. Whereas our heart should be in the right place, that we genuinely care about the other person and the situation that's going on at the moment. And then finally, spirit. Spirit is about whether we are cynical, apathetic, kind of mocking, you know, what's the point, been here, done that, got the t-shirt, or whether we genuinely believe that what we are doing is right. So those 6 things in alignment, congruence, kind of in a space that is kind of the sweet spot, somewhere in the middle, will ensure that you are fully present, and that will help you to be more assertive. Second one then is accountability. Really easy. You can see there's 2 distinct halves to this. There's some steps at the bottom and there's some steps at the top. Okay, the bottom behaviors we call victim behaviors. These are the mood hoovers and the moaners in life. They have no influence whatsoever. They are the people that stick their head in the sand. They blame other people. Nothing's ever their fault. They've always got loads of excuses of why things didn't happen or why they can't do something. Or they cross their fingers and wait and hope that it'll all kind of blow over and it'll all come out in the wash. All right, you can easily see how those people are not assertive. They have no influence. Nobody likes to be surrounded by them. In fact, we all try and escape them quite often. So what we're looking for is highly accountable behavior, a mindset of accountability. I call these people the make shit happeners. They're the people who face reality, who think, do you know what? It is what it is. They own it. There's nobody else that's going to sort this. It's down to me. If I want this to be different, then it's up to me to take some action. Then it's about finding which actions to take. So coming up with solutions, options, different things that you could do to resolve the situation. And then finally, pick one and do it. Loads of people get up to the options stage, you know, finding different solutions that they could come up with, and then they don't do anything anyway. All right, so assertive people make stuff happen. They take action. They are accountable. They do not spend their time blaming other people. So that's mindset number 2. Mindset number 3 is the mindset of courage. Now, actually, this articulates the skill of assertiveness really, really well. So it's just 2 ingredients to assertiveness. The first one being consideration, the second one being courage. So you can see those here on the 2 axes. Now, most people don't struggle with the consideration. Okay, so most people would class themselves as possibly more passive and therefore not particularly aggressive. I do meet a few women who say, actually, I get told I'm really aggressive. So, you know, you might want to look at the fact that you might have more courage than consideration. On the whole, most people are more passive than aggressive. So they have far more consideration than courage. Okay, ultimately what we're looking for here is high levels of both. You can see top right quadrant, assertive, win-win, I'm okay and you're okay. The world is good. That only comes about when we have high consideration, i.e. we are willing, ready and prepared to listen to and work hard to meet the needs and wants of the other person. And that comes first. We first seek to understand before being understood. And then followed by courage, the courage to state our own wants and needs confidently. All right. So too much courage, not enough consideration, you end up with being aggressive. Too much consideration, not enough courage, you end up passive. Not enough courage, not enough consideration. If they are both low, that's when passive aggressive behavior shows up. And for me, that is the worst of the worst, because I'm not okay and you're not okay. It is lose, lose. All right. So if you find yourself ever being sulky, giving people the silent treatment, sarcastic, flippant, rolling your eyes, all of those kind of things, that's passive aggressive behavior. Know that that's the worst of the worst. I'd rather you were aggressive than passive aggressive. Interestingly, the word compromise appears on this slide, and it's right down there in the bottom left-hand corner. You're probably wondering why. We're brought up to think that compromise is brilliant. I don't think it's brilliant. I think it's approximately okay. And that's because when we can be truly assertive, high consideration, high courage, we should be able to deliver a win for both people. When we compromise, in theory, we both lose because we both end up leaving with less than we wanted. So bear that in mind when you're thinking about this. But to be courageous, lots of consideration first, listen first, and then it's time to speak your own wants and needs too. And then together work to come to a solution that suits everybody in that situation. All right. So 3 minds. So you've got the assertive Bill of Rights as the base, and then presence, accountability, and courage all come together then to enable you to step into your assertive space. That's when you can start trying out techniques. And there are lots of different techniques that I share with people around being assertive. But I promised you today I would share with you the guilt-free formula for saying no. And it's really simple. It just has 5 easy stages. Step 1 is to have a word with yourself. So you don't even open your mouth at this point. You are literally almost talking to yourself to say, I have the right, I am giving myself permission to say no to this request. All right. So that's step 1, having a word with yourself. Step 2, I start with a compliment. So I'll use my PTA example because it's a nice, easy one. Let's say Sandra catches me in the playground and says to me, oh, Jodie, you know, we're looking for new people to chair the PTA this year. You'd just be brilliant at it. Would you do it for us? And in my heart of hearts, I'm thinking, oh, there's nothing worse that I would rather do than chair the PTA. But instead of thinking, oh, I'm going to have to say, yeah, how on earth can I say no? I have a word with myself and say, no, I'm completely within my rights to say no to this request. And I start with a compliment. And I might say something like, oh, Sandra, that's lovely. Thank you. I'm really flattered that you think I'd be a great chair of the PTA. Right, so that's the compliment. Then I'm going to give my answer and I'm going to own it. So it's my answer. I'm not going to blame anybody else or anything else about why or why not I can't do it. So I'm going to say, on this occasion, Sandra, I'm going to say no. Thank you. Notice how I zip it at that point. It's rational, not emotional. I don't allow the guilt, because guilt is an emotion. I don't allow that emotion to seep in and get the better of me. You know when the guilt has seeped in and is getting the better of you if you start to try and justify your answer. I don't need to justify it. In fact, I'm well within my rights to say no just because I don't want to. And that's fine. So that enables me to be rational, not emotional. And then I change the subject and move on. So I say, oh, actually, Sandra, I'm glad I've caught you. Can Rupert still come to Bertie's party at the weekend? That's it. Job done. Easy peasy. Squeeze your lemons. It couldn't get any better. Now, here's the thing. If you've been a yes, yes, yes person for a long time and you all of a sudden try to deploy this strategy, you might get some persistent guilt trippers because they're going to be surprised that you've all of a sudden, oh, that's good, Anisha. I'm delighted you're going to try it. Let me know how you get on. They might start begging you and guilt tripping you, going, oh, please, please, oh, we're desperate. Come on. What we're going to do without you. They're going to try all that. So for persistent guilt trippers, I want you to deploy the broken record strategy. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? But it's simply rinse and repeat. So if she does that to me, I say, look, Sandra, as I said, thank you. I am really, really flattered that you've asked me, but it is a no. Okay. And then I change the subject and I move on again. I say, listen, I've got to go and get Bertie dropped off at nursery, preschool, whatever, the river. I'm just kidding. Just change the subject and move on. And you just keep doing that till she accepts your response. Nice and easy, no bother at all. So I encourage you to try that out and see how you get on. I think you'll be amazed just how easy it is. So there you go. That is a whistle-stop tour to the art of assertiveness, including the technique of the guilt-free formula for saying no. Now, I hope you have been enjoying these workshops. you know, we're at, what number am I now? We've done 8, haven't we? 4 on Wednesday, 4 on Thursday, 1 this morning, so that's 9. I'm number 10. 10 workshops so far, 6 more to go. If you're really enjoying these workshops and you would like to learn more, whether it be about assertiveness or whether it be about any of the other topics, then we'd love you to come and join us in Ladies Life Lounge. The doors are open. We are accepting new members, and please accept this warm invitation to come and join us today, because we've got a really special offer on for you, which I'm going to tell you about now. Before I do, let me share with you just how much you get if you decide to come and become a member in the lounge. We have got access to a humongous library of online video modules, much like these, about the same length as these, with downloadables. So there's printables, sheets, checklists, worksheets, all kinds of stuff, and they're all set up under each of our pretty 7 secrets. Every month we host at least 2 live masterclasses. We bring industry experts in to do those. You've met some of them already, our team of resident experts, and we bring people in outside of that. Plus we've got a back catalogue of, I think it's in excess of 50 now, never mind 40. So you can access them at your own leisure, whenever you like, 24/7. They're all recorded and stored in a library. We have the best community of supportive women that you will ever meet. Hand on heart, I guarantee that. There is no bitching, backstabbing, cattiness in our members group. They are the most supportive group of women cheerleading each other on this planet. You will not get any greater support than our group. We also have the team of resident experts who are on tap to answer any questions that you have. All you have to do is post and tag them and they will respond. We also host monthly group coaching video calls, so you can take a hot seat, and Roxy, some of the resident experts, the other members will help you with your challenges, problems, issues, goals, aspirations, whatever they may be. We also have a book club, so we're constantly reading lots of different development books. Thank you, Anisha. Oh, and you've got an invitation that you're not too keen on. All right, well, you'll have to give that one a whirl and see how you get on. Let me know if you need some help. We also have quarterly social events with guest speakers, and we're about to do our summer social that we can finally do face-to-face. No more Zoom socials. So we've got that planned for July. So if you join now, you'll get to come to our summer social. We have one every season. All our members also have access to a whole host of perks and discounts. And obviously the best bit is you get easy access to us too. We're really active in our members group. You know, it's not one of those places that we recruit you into and you never see us again. We're there all of the time, providing the support that you need at the drop of a hat. So you really couldn't get any more for this amount of money. So ordinarily, the cost to join the lounge is £49 a month. We do an annual special price where you get a couple of months free for $499. But we've got a special bootcamp / summit offer on the go at the moment, because while we're doing the summit, that you can come and join us for just 29 quid a month. 29 quid, it's not even £1 a day, unless it's February. But obviously all the other months make up for that, don't they? It's not even £1 a day. Look at that. If you wanted an annual membership, you still save money. It's just 299 quid. So you will get to keep that price for life. We will never put it up on you again. It doesn't just last for a trial period. It is for the life of your membership. Okay. So it's absolute no-brainer. You should come and join us if you are interested. The doors close on this special offer price on Monday night at midnight. So you've got all day Monday. When you go to bed Monday evening, that'll be it. Okay, this offer will end. So you want to snatch this chance while it's here. If you sign up as well as a result of one of my workshops, you will also get a bonus, which is one of our amazing goodie bags. In our goodie bags are a Pretty Confident journal, which is a lovely, gorgeous workbook that lines up to the video modules under Pretty Confident. You get some Clinique goodies, some Floral Street perfume, you get an affirmation bracelet from the Positivity Company, and you also get one of our half-price slogan t-shirts from our shop. I've got this one on today. don't know if you can read this one. I'll turn my slides off in a minute. You can have a proper look. This one is I hate it when I'm making milkshake and boys show up in my yard. Oh, thanks, Kate, for such a lovely comment. Kate's one of our members. She is brilliant. And yeah, she's a great cheerleader for us too. So yes, here is the link. If you want to sign up and get that goodie bag, then this is the link that you will want to sign up on. Make sure that those L's are capital L's. So literally as it's written there, the bit.ly bit is in little letters / LL2LL 21. So lockdown live to loving live 21, but those L's are capitals. So type it exactly as you see it into your bar. Yeah, you can come and join us in the lounge. I've even made a snazzy banner for this. Check this out. Look. Whoop, 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 whoop. So if the link's still on there as well. But if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me now. I will absolutely ask them now. Let me turn this off. There you go. Have a proper shot. This is more like a slouched long sleeve hoodie. This one. I like, not a hoodie, sweatshirt. I like this one. So this is my milkshake one. So you could have this one, half price, if you wanted. So whether you're watching on replay, still, it's absolutely fine if you've got questions that you want to ask, either in relation to assertiveness or in relation to the membership and signing up to become a member of Ladies Life Lounge. Please just pop them below this video and I will make sure that I come and respond to them personally and answer any questions that you have got. Ah, Anisha, that's lovely. Thank you, my dear. Okay, so on that note, I am going to bid you farewell this Friday. Obviously, because we're in the middle of this, we normally do Fuck It Friday on a Friday, which is our silly rundown of videos. But there's so much going on in this group today. We're having a day off, Fuck It Friday today. So this afternoon at 2 o'clock, we've got Marianne Killick, who's our resident hormone expert. She will be live talking all about what your period is trying to tell you about your health and well-being. And then tonight we have got our Fix Your Fanny workshop, which is all around restoring your pelvic floor. Now that one's not live, it'll be pre-recorded, but we will be broadcasting it as a premiere at 7 p.m. All right, have yourselves a fabulous Friday and a lovely weekend. And I will see you. I'm back tomorrow for my final workshop, tomorrow lunchtime. I'm doing resilience tomorrow. All right, see you then. Bye.